Hey, my name's Jenny. I've been wanting to work on my YouTube channel for a while now, and then I get in my head too much. I think, well, I don't know where to start. I have so many brilliant ideas, and then I start organizing them. And then, of course, I work a lot on other things anyway. And I think, well, I don't want to upload shitty videos. I want it to be professional. And then I get in my head about money, and I'm like, oh, well, all this other stuff, why I can't do it. And something can be said, just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect to start. Just do it. So many people have been telling me you need to be documenting your journey. So I'm just going to be real from the core of who I am, because I'm not perfect either. This video is not going to be perfect. Who am I? My name's Jenny. I'm originally from Missouri, but we were in Oklahoma for like 30 years. So it's easier to say I'm from Oklahoma in the United States. I left the United States 5 years ago on a one-way ticket to show up in Colombia for lots of different reasons. I wanted to know who I was when I had nothing, when I didn't know anybody. I had years of toxic relationships with my family. Don't really want to get into my story right now at this moment. I just feel like we're all going through a shift right now. I am currently alone in my apartment in a little village, a little coffee village in Colombia, South America. I've got my candles. I'm alone in my room. This is where I sit and teach English. People ask, 5 years living abroad. Maybe a total of 1 year of that has been going back to the US. But it's been 5 years. I've lived in 6 different countries. When I look at travel videos on YouTube and you see all this, a lot of it's real and that's cool. And when I post things on social media, yeah, I do post happy things, like when I'm doing hikes or my favorite food or beautiful things I see. But there's a whole side of traveling abroad alone that a lot of people don't see and that I don't post about. I've been going through some deep sadness lately. I feel like, I got back to Colombia this time in July. And this has always been my happy place. And I realized this time around, like I've been in and out of a pretty significant deep depression for 3 months, alone in my apartment. And I think for me, it's been a sense of belonging. I met an American girl hiking not too long ago who was talking about that. She literally put all of her stuff in storage and said, fuck it, I'm out. And I met her on these hiking trails here in this little village. And I had the honor and the pleasure of taking her. I've spent over 2 years here. I have a wealth of knowledge. I don't share that with just everybody. But when people cross my path, I show them the secrets here. People that are supposed to know them. And we just had the realest ass conversation. And she's like, man, and she's bouncing all around trying to find herself as well. 2 weeks here and then a month here and then a week here. And she's trying to work a remote job as well, doing digital marketing and stuff through a freelance company, which is an amazing hustle. I'm like, you go, girl. That's awesome. What a blessing. And she's like, man, sometimes I just like the loneliness. She's like, because I meet people I connect with or guys that I'm attracted to and like we have a quick fling, but she's like, I don't want quick flings, which I don't do that when I travel. I don't have casual sex. I stopped that a long time ago. But she's like, I don't want that. I want something more than that. But who do you have something in common with? It's like we don't have stable lives as nomads and making all these decisions by ourselves and trying to be stable and then trying to, hustle and make money, but then like wanting to share it with someone. But what's the point if you're going to have 2 or 3 days together to go adventure and then you part ways and then it's like hard, like to be without them, like you get attached kind of. And that's the part of traveling because most people that I've met don't travel like I do. They save and they come for a month or they come for 2 or 3 months or they've got 1 month in Colombia, 1 month in Peru and they're traveling with their buddies. And I'm doing this shit by myself. And what I do is I rent a place for a long period of time, like 2 or 3 months or 6 months is what I'm doing this time in Colombia, 6 months. And we'll teach English. And I've got other sources of passive income, which I'm going to be making YouTube videos about soon. I've got lots of cards up my sleeve. I've been hustling. I've basically been in my apartment for the past 4 months working and writing. I've got material for 5 ebooks to come out. But I really have just been shedding pain. I have realized since I've been here this past time, this place doesn't feel the same for me anymore, which has been a whole new thing to feel. I'm like, what do you mean? Columbia's always been your happy place. And I realized that this place was a wonderful starting point 5 years ago when I showed up in Medellin with a suitcase and an open road. And I realized that my heart called me back here this time to say goodbye and close this chapter and move forward into a new unknown. I already know this. I'll come back. I'll always come back here, which is also scary. Shedding old parts of myself. While I've been in here, I've been doing a lot of soul work. I've been reading this book called Mirror Work by Louise Hay. 21 Days to Heal Your Life. I've been journaling a lot when I'm not teaching English, which I'll make another YouTube video about. Tips and tricks to teaching English and how to make it work for you, and things that people don't tell you. They want to advertise, "Ooh, teach English abroad. It's the life of your dreams." Well, there's a lot of things that they don't say, just like with Etsy stores and other things. Get rich quick. No. But I just wanted to say sometimes things are fucking hard. Who do I relate to? Who relates to me? I don't fit in anywhere. It's a sense of belonging issue. You know, I cut contact with my family a long time ago. I don't relate to U.S. culture. I thought about going back to Oklahoma and working and doing social work using my story. Those of you who know my story know about sexual trauma and assault and recovery and addiction recovery and all that stuff. And I was just like, something in me was like, that's just not the right path. You came here to close this. You're already in South America. Let's go into the unknown. So I'm going to be crossing a border pretty soon into a new country. All of it's just really scary. I'm basically going to sell all the stuff in my apartment. I was going to be here for like a year longer and do all this other stuff. And my heart was like, nope, surprise. And, there are times and people are like, don't you get lonely? Like, I don't have a TV. I don't have Netflix. I live alone in a studio apartment. I really don't hang out with very many people. have been so deeply within myself, really listening and shedding layers, realizing how many layers of resentment I had built up over the years that I didn't realize were hanging out, really facing fears, subconscious belief systems that have been really holding me back in every area of my life. And it's loneliness. It's like sense of belonging. Like, who do I really open up to? Who really gets me? Where do I fit? Nowhere. Never. I've never fit in anywhere. Not with political systems, not with whiteness, not with American culture, not with the U.S. system, not with the job system, not in the educational system. Then I come here and I'm still like a stick in the mud. I'm a pretty white girl in Colombian culture, and that's all people see. They don't really see me. And this is what these moments make you. Is it hard sometimes? Fuck yes. Is it lonely sometimes? Yes. But it's letting myself sink into that feeling. It's not rainbows and roses all the time, but it's these hard moments that really make you. And you can't appreciate the view from the mountain if you don't go through the valley. And it's this, when I really have nobody but me, is when I am able to tap into the feeling of just learning how to let that be enough. What else do I need? I've got me, and all those answers are inside of me, and tapping into that level of self-love. But that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you at this point. I've got a wonderful project with my YouTube channel that is unfolding with my English teaching job and explaining how to make it work, whether you're in the States doing supplemental income around a full-time job or a full-time gig or a part-time gig to live abroad and come in a country that costs way less than the States. My apartment here in Colombia, my one-bedroom apartment, it is big. It costs, after the rent, water, gas, electric, and internet, is $170 a month. So I can afford to work part-time and have time for myself to do the soul work and the healing and write and create and hike and create content and dream and heal and cry. But anyway, if you're out there, thanks for listening. Sometimes these moments of silence are deafening. But to those of you who are traveling or who want to travel and you're scared to do it, you're not sure how to do it, I've got an ebook coming out about that and some YouTube channels coming out about that. Are there hard moments? Yep. Are there moments that you're going to be scared? Are there moments you're going to be in danger? Is it going to be easy? Mm-mm. Our plans, no matter how hard you plan, is it going to go wrong sometimes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. It's all a beautiful part of the journey. To those of you out there who are traveling and you're doing what I'm doing and staying like for a month in each place and you're doing it by yourself and you're trying to figure out this digital nomad life, I've been doing this for 5 years. Right through the loneliness. You're not alone. I'm here feeling it. It's okay to let yourself feel it. Happiness is superficial. Sadness has a depth and a character. So let yourself feel it. And beautiful things come out of that. And you have to have fractures for light to come in. So anyway, more soon.